Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you're, somebody who watches this channel a lot, or somebody who watches the LCU and sees me a lot, I cover a lot of the LCU, and occasionally, sometimes I do a bit of a deep dive on certain hosts. Now, if you're not aware, since today is Saturday or Sunday, and this is probably going to be uploaded at some point late into Sunday afternoon. I don't know when, but hopefully some point. Uh, I want to cover something somebody sent me on Discord about Glammy. Shout out to the individual, right? But this is about Glammy. So if you're not aware, Glammy has gone back and forth whether or not she has kids or not. We will be watching a video going over this subject. So, and if you're not aware, this was made about a post about Local Queen. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, or actually a couple weeks ago. This is from a couple of days ago, resulting one of the streams getting shut down. That's just what the stream that Michael decided to blow up and everything. If you remember that whole situation. So this is actually in that post, in this Reddit post. There's another post, a sub post, I guess, of talking about Glammy, and it has to do with thinking about Glammy kids. I think it was about Glammy having kids. I was listening from the beginning, but reading chat, I could be wrong, but this chat was talking about her kids. Glammy says she doesn't have kids. Being brought up on Donald yesterday, and Glammy says she never had a kid. Being reacted if she was confused. I don't know why Glammy denied having children if she had them. So we know Glammy has kids, and this could be a reason why she had a crash out 2 or 3 days ago. So I believe it was Thursday when she had the crash out. I'm pretty sure it was Thursday, right? If it wasn't Thursday, then it was probably Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure Thursday she had a crash out. Because if you're not aware, Beans left the LCU for a little bit. We don't know how long she left the LCU, but we do know that she left the LCU. Now, there are rumors going on about her reasoning for leaving the LCU, why she may have left the LCU. A lot of reasons, right? There's a lot of rumors going on about. So, yeah. Actually, no, I think it was. Yeah, no, it was a day ago. My bad. So, yeah, Glammy got fully fired a day ago, and then it was 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So it was either Thursday or Friday. So, Glammy says she doesn't. Yeah, so totally confused about Glammy and kids, but also Mike doesn't seem to know much of a lot of the hosts, and he's getting things confused with someone else. I saw a video on YouTube where Glammy admits having children and being a mother. The channel I saw was on Glammy Need Therapy and had deleted videos from 6 years ago, where she talks about her kids being a mother. That video also included a doll stream where Bean mentioned she had a child, and Glammy says she doesn't have a child. Here's the link to the video. We'll get to that in a little bit. Oh wow, that's interesting. I know Glammy mentioned she's a mess and so on, and so maybe she still sorted that stuff out. I'm not sure how I feel about Mike bringing it up. I guess Glammy brought it to the internet years ago, but it seemed like a low blow. I agree that the low blow. Mike doesn't want anybody talking about his children, which is true. So he shouldn't talk about other people's children, no matter if they have custody or not. It's okay. It's not okay to deny your children. So could have just said, I do have children, but I don't want to bring my personal life on the internet. The internet is forever, and if her children grow up and see she's denied giving birth to them, they could really hurt them. Oops, sorry, I just scrolled down to my comment. I went to her TikTok, and she has videos of. I actually did go through her TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't see any of her kids, so she may have taken those down. She says she had kids, and even texts she puts on the video was my kid, so I would post the screenshot, but don't want to dox a child. However, I don't think Mike should have brought any of that up. 100% true. I thought kids were off limit. Mike should have. Yeah, so technically, kids are off limit in the LCU, but sometimes people do break the rules. Now, as I said before, whether or not I don't know. Well, we do know that Glammy has kids, but it was weird for her to deny that she doesn't have kids. And I think her freaking out, her bit of a crash out, may be a result that maybe somebody saw the stream where she was denying having kids, because in the video she says, "Oh, those aren't my kids; those are my nephew kids, right? I don't have kids, right? And you could kind of tell that she's trying to lie when there's no reason to. And maybe that resulted in somebody calling CPS. Now, I don't know where Glammy is. I don't know her full name. I don't know anything about her personal life. But if that did resulted in CPS being called, then that is brutal. Brutal. And not right. But nevertheless, there is still more. Continue. So let's go watch that video.
Now, yesterday on Dolls, Miss Glammy Lammy here said she did not have any kids. Why would you do something like that? I understand if you don't want your children doxxed and all that kind of thing, but honey, you just can't say that you don't have children after you've already said you have children. So let's just play this. Now, I did not include the part where you said your real name, so that would have been maybe doxing, but not really, because you already said what your name is. But I didn't include that part, but I did include this part, because that's not fair
to ourselves, that we need to do self-help or self-love, self-care. I should say self-care. Self-care is very important. It is, if you don't fill your own cup of love inside, then you're not going to be able to give it to anybody else, because you're going to feel very empty. This is something I have experienced. Me being a mother, I give love to my children, and if I don't take the time to just step off for a second,
there's no reason to deny that you have children.
It's really hard to connect and give to them. So when they're in school or things of that nature, you just go and, I'll throw on music. I love to sing. I love to.
She tried to do a rap song.
I write poetry.
And then she dressed up like Cindy Lauper to listen to that rap song.
A long time ago.
Look at that mess. What in the 80s nightmare is going on?
Kids. Oh. What? I don't have kids. What are you talking about? Is he a child? No. No. What are you talking about? I have nephews. You're wild. Okay. My sister had kids. Okay. But I have nephews.
Now, the look on that lady's face up there is like, what the hell?
Yeah, so...
And I apologize for being shaky and stuff in that video, but I'm old, and I got problems, and I have to record up against the Obama phone to this phone because, I don't have all the technology that these little people have anymore. So, I just wanted to show you that, yes, Glammy's got children.
So that was interesting. Now, I like to say that don't bug Glammy, please. Don't harass her, don't do anything. But I did want to make a video because I wanted to at least maybe give a reason why Glammy could have had her crash out, maybe due to something relating to her kids. To deny your kids like that, to a lot of people do see that as a type of abuse. And I've seen that a number of times where parents deny their kids' existence for any amount of reason. It is heartbreaking. It is very heartbreaking to see things like that. Now, even though I think this may be a reason why she had her crash out, because she said in I believe it was Thursday or Friday stream, that she was going through a lot of personal stuff was happening in her life. And if that is the case, it is relating to her kids, then, well, Glammy, you can't deny your kids at all, because that can be viewed to a lot of people as a type of abuse. And I do think that is a reason why maybe somebody called CPS, maybe somebody tipped the authorities, because, like, well, first off, remember, if she does have kids, Well, she took 2 weeks off of fat camp. She is streaming weird hours a night and acting sporadic. We don't know if she has a job or not. Not my place to know, right? Then we know that she took a week off to go see Keemstar. And if those are the case, right? If those are technically the case for that reasoning, kind of makes a lot of sense. That maybe after she came back and when she made that stream, she said those things. Somebody tipped the authority. Maybe somebody had her information for some weird reason. Why would you? And gave it to the authority or somebody, and it tipped off the CPS investigation. And if you never dealt with the CPS investigation or CPS worker, you would know that they are the most brutalist people that you can ever deal with. Forget about DEVs, right? Forget about customer, forget about anything. CPS workers are um, brutal. They will they will they will be on your back 24/7. They will pull up anytime they want if they have to. If you never worked with the CPS worker or interacted with the CPS worker, then you don't understand how hard it can be. And maybe that's what happened. Now, I'm not sure if Keemstar knows. I'm not sure if any of the other hosts knows. If they do know, and they just didn't want to tell anybody, perfectly fine. But I'm just kind of theory crafting. And if it's just that particular clip from Donald was the reason, then damn, you should have just accepted the fact that, or you should have just simply said, "Hey, I have kids, but don't bring them up, please. They are off limit." And maybe Mike railing on her and her kids again, mind you, that whole stream is, I believe, is still down. Then maybe that caused CPS to investigate even harder on Glammy. They found a whole bunch of video. They were like, hey, you can't be doing that. You have kids. Because we do know she says she has 3 kids. She's in her 40s. She has 3 kids. I'm not sure if all those kids belong to the same parent. I'm not sure all those 3 kids belong to whoever. I'm not sure. They probably all belong to Glammy, but we're not sure if they belong to the same father or a different father. Not my place to really say or what. So it is what it is, and we don't know the age. We can only go off of Glammy, and then we can go off of assuming maybe the youngest is probably almost an adult. Again, I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to bring, right? I'm not here to do that. I'm here to more or less show, and kind of even a weird way, humanize Glammy, right? Maybe that sounds so weird given that I rail on the LCU a lot, though I've been told that I'm much more fair to them than anybody else, which is, I guess, that's fine in my eyes. So, in the end of the day, if somebody did tip CPS because of Glammy, the recklessness, that's on her, and there's nothing you can do about it. But it does explain why she's why she had her crash out, maybe due to something related to her kids. Now, mind you, again, the CPS, there's no evidence. There's no evidence of CPS. There's no evidence of what I'm saying. I'm only going off of what I'm looking at. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And I'm perfectly fine for being wrong. But this is just something I'm looking at and I'm like, hey, make more sense. Maybe it's making more sense. Maybe Child Protection Service is looking at Glammy more and more. They saw all these streams. They're like, and even if she could explain, like, hey, this is my job, I'm an entertainer, I'm not saying they can't get away with it or she can't get away with it, but it's not going to be how you think. Again, maybe I'm doing a bad job in humanizing Glammy, but I'll let you guys decide because I do feel bad for her. When she got fired, I felt bad for her, but I also knew better because in the end of the day, hey, you need to be let go. And that crash out you had did not look good. Most people would have not cared for the other crash out because you can justify it, but this one was like, nah, this one must have done something that hit Keemstar personally. And I have a feeling Keemstar probably knew more and just decided like this needs to be done now. If not, it's only gonna get worse. And I can't blame him. But I'll let you guys be I'll let you guys voice your own opinion on this. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, God bless.